Well, hello, good afternoon everybody. Welcome back. Jiujitsu2000 here today. I'm back, and today I got an interesting video for you. I want to talk about a couple of years ago. You guys probably heard me talking about the A-Tactical Model A1, and I thought that this was the best bang for the buck in a flashlight that you could get. You could pick them up all day long for $20. They're 550 lumens. They come with a good battery, but they disappeared. But they're not gone. They're still being made by a newer named company, Wowtac, and it's still going under the same name. It's called a Wowtac Model A1, still running the $20 price point, and still manufactured by ThruNite, which is an awesome company. So today I'm going to take a look at the new Model A1 by Wowtac. You can get it in a neutral white or a cool white, so there's a lot of good stuff there. When you open the package, the first thing you see is the owner's manual. It's a very simple owner's manual, nothing too crazy. And if you pay close attention to that portion of it right there, that gives you all the rundown on the light. It's a good light. This has definitely been one of my favorite lights out there. I used to tell everybody to go get one, and this one I've had and I beat the crap out of it and it's still working good. You have a package here with 2 replacement O-rings. You have a pocket clip. Okay. You have a micro USB recharging cable. So it's got USB 2 and micro USB. This is nice because you can use this to charge the flashlight on a laptop, a battery bank, a solar panel, in your vehicle, at home. There's just all kinds of places and ways that you can charge this flashlight. So I really like that. Now, there's nothing left in the packaging except for the light itself. And let's take a look at it compared to the older model. As you can see, it's identical. Nothing's changed other than the name. The price point is still the same. The rugged durability that the light has is still the same. Tail cap buttons are still the same, and mine here is a little bit dirty, but you can look at the lenses. The lenses are still the same, and if you pull off this tail cap switch, you can pull the battery out, and they're still offering the same amp hour rated battery that they were offering before, 2600 milliamp hour. This is a lithium ion rechargeable 18650 battery operating at 3.6 volts. It's got a positive here, very well labeled, negative there where my thumb is. It's a very, very simple battery. If you look inside of the battery tube, let me fire up this old one here, you'll notice that there is a spring inside. Okay, so that's very nice. And then if you look at the tail cap switch, you can also see that there's a spring there as well. I really like that because it gives you options for the batteries. You can run different batteries, aftermarket batteries, different 18650s in this light, and they work just fine, no problems at all. Now, I skipped one thing that I forgot to talk about, and that is this micro USB port right here on the battery. So if you take a charging cable, you plug it in, you're going to see 2 lights. You're going to see red, indicating that you're charging, and then when it's finished charging, that light will turn green down here. Okay, so that's how you charge the battery. You can also charge these batteries in a standard 18650 lithium ion battery charger. So either way, whichever method that you use to charge your batteries, no problems. Okay, now let me talk about the function of the flashlight. It's exactly the same as this old one. You have 2 switches. You've got a tail cap switch and you have a mode switch. So when you push this switch, you turn the light on, okay? the light does have a memory. It will come on to the last mode accessed with the exception of strobe or SOS. So on this setting right now, you're looking at low. This is 5.5 days of runtime at 10 lumens. Okay, now to access through the modes, you just push the button. You'll go up to the next mode of medium, which is 63 lumens. This will operate for 19 hours. Push it again, there's low, medium, there's high. This is 200 lumens for 5.5 hours. And then, let's go low, medium, high, turbo. This is 550 lumens and it'll last for 3.3 hours. Now if I go through the cycle again, low, medium, high, turbo, and keep going, you notice that I get to the SOS function of the flashlight. This is a full 550 lumens, but it does not specify how long it'll run on this setting. I'm guessing somewhere around 4 hours. Now if you press and hold this button, you're going to enter the strobe function. Okay, so it has a really nice strobe for tactical applications. Strobe is 550 lumens and it'll last for 4 hours. Now if you push a single button, it'll go back to turbo. Now the throw on this flashlight is 205 meters. Think about that, folks. That's over a football field of throw. The candela rating on this is 10,520. It's impact resistant down to 1.5 meters. It's IPX7 waterproof down to 1 meter, and the milliamp hour rating of the battery included is 2600 milliamp hour. So again, if you want to do sort of a momentary on or off, you can soft press this button without making it click, and you can do things with your thumb here. Okay, so that's kind of a nice option if you're going to be carrying it with a handgun here in my right hand here and the flashlight in my left hand. You could do kind of this momentary thing with your thumb. But again, you just turn the light on, find that button, and cycle through the modes. It's very simple flashlight to operate. Push and hold and it'll go into strobe. This flashlight does not have a lockout function or anything like that. And I don't think it needs it, because when you turn this switch off, the flashlight is just off, and it would be kind of hard. This is kind of a tough switch to press to get it to actually turn on. So let's take a look at this brand new one. So I'm going to steal the battery out of this other one. See, I'm just using a generic cell here. Let's go through the new one and see. Now there's an O-ring right there. When you squeeze that tail cap over that O-ring, that creates your IPX7 waterproof standard. So there it is. We turn it on. There's low, medium, high, turbo, SOS, and strobe. So nothing's changed. I like to go back to the lowest setting generally, so when I turn the light off, when I turn it back on, it goes right back to that setting. I think, honestly, folks, no joke, this is probably the best bang for the buck of a flashlight that you can find out there on the market today. $20 price point. I mean, it's hard to beat. When it comes to the pocket clip for the flashlight, you can see that there is only one cutout or one place for the pocket clip to go. And it's very tight to install. It's a very tight fitting, very good filling pocket clip. Now, one thing that I want to make note of that I think is really cool is if you take the tail cap switch off and you grab the battery tube, if you wanted to change the orientation of the pocket clip, you can flip the battery tube and thread it back on, just like that. And then you would put your battery in and put the tail cap switch on, just like this. And now you have a different orientation of your pocket clip. Now you might be wondering, well, why would you want to do that? If you wanted to put this on your ball cap and use it as a headlamp, you could do that. It would be a little bit heavy, but it just gives you a possibility or an option to be able to do that. So I thought that was really cool. Now you see the light is shining right now. If you're ever using the light and you see the light blink twice, it's telling you that your battery is low. Now, there's the information about the low voltage indicator. I'm going to drop this thing in the water. We're going to test that IPX7 rating. Look at that. Let's cycle through the modes. Strobe. Works fine. Let's put it back to low. Let's do it again. Look at that. Underwater. No problem at all. This flashlight is doing a great job in the water. Again, let's cycle through. Medium, high, turbo, SOS, and strobe. Turn it off. We could test the momentary of the tail cap switch by soft pressing it, and everything is working fine. So this flashlight definitely passes the IPX7 waterproof standard that they advertise. The light is on. I'm going to drop it, lens down. Light's still working. Let's drop it, tail cap switch down. Light's still on. Let's drop it sideways. Still shining. Let's do it another way. And the light is still shining. So let's see if we can cycle through the modes. So we're on low, medium, high, turbo, SOS, strobe, back to high, and back to low. Let's test the momentary. Looks like it's working just fine. So this flashlight definitely passes the impact resistance testing. If you look right here on the bezel, you can see there's a little bit of damage where I dropped it. This is a brand new flashlight, so it's going to scratch up and stuff. But as you can see on my other one, my used one in there, I've been dropping that thing for a few years and it's still working great. This is a glass lens too, by the way. It's a very good flashlight. So as far as I'm concerned, this flashlight clearly passes the impact resistance testing. I am on the lowest setting. This setting puts out 10 lumens, and for what I'm doing out here in the shop, this is a lot of light. The run time for this is about 5.5 days. Yes, you heard that correctly, 5.5 days. That's a significant amount of light for a large run time. Let's go up to medium. Medium is 63 lumens, and this is going to run for 19 hours. That's a lot of light. Let's go up to high. Low, medium, high. High, we're dealing with 200 lumens, and on high, this is 5.5 hours of run time. That is a lot of light for a long run time. You can see that the center has a nice bright hot spot, and it's followed by a pretty decent flood. Now let's take a look at turbo. Let's cycle through here. Low, medium, high. There is turbo. Turbo is 550 lumens out of this guy for 3.3 hours. Now the cool thing about turbo, I'm shining it up to the ceiling, over to my right, behind me, all the way to the left, down by my feet. No matter where this flashlight is shined, it lights up this room. Now there's also an SOS function that this light has. I'm going to have to cycle through the modes again to get to it. There's low, medium, high, turbo. SOS is a full 550 lumens, and it does this pattern by itself. And it doesn't specify how long the SOS will run, but I'm guessing that it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 hours. Now if I press and hold the mode button down, we will get a strobe. Now strobe is 550 lumens, and this will last for 4 hours. This is a significant amount of light out of a $20 flashlight. Cool white, you can see the color of the light is really nice. Now you can tell that when I did the single click, it brought me back to turbo. The memory will remember anything that you're on with the exception of strobe or SOS. So if you're on low, medium, high, or turbo, before you hit that strobe or SOS, it'll bring you back to turbo. So folks, I want to say thank you for joining me today on this video of the Wowtac Model A1. I hope you got some good, useful information out of this video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below. Like this video, share this video, and as always, I appreciate you stopping by, and I hope you have a beautiful day. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.